8:43. Kim and I are going to attempt to focus during this segment. Live shot from Century Plaza Hotel and Spa. We are back. And Kim, today, aside from these two beautiful friends, we're talking about what our pets are trying to tell us. By the way, who are these two? A quick introduction.
This is Axel, and this is Taylor.
From Williams Lake, both up for adoption.
Both up for adoption, and we have Rihanna and Katie at the shelter too.
So we have options in Vancouver.
Yes, we do.
Well, you have plenty of great tips on the SPCA website about what our pets are trying to tell us. And when we look at what these two are 9 weeks old?
9 weeks old.
They're this cute. The tendency is I just want to hug them and give them love. But what's your advice on this?
Right, right. And I mean, I'm one of the worst people too, because when you see a dog and they make you happy, you just want to hug them, right? We have to remember sometimes they're not used to it, so they may not like it. We have to really be able to read their body language. So if you go up and you say you go to hug a dog and they're backing away, don't be offended. It's just maybe they're not into it, or maybe they're not used to it, and we want to set them up for success and make sure that they're okay with it, because just because we want it doesn't mean they do.
What about playing dress up with the animals, which we like to personalize, make them part of the family?
Yeah, it's, you know, sometimes it's really cute to do that. I mean, it's fun. Again, I'm to blame. I've done it too. It's fun, but it's very restricting for the dogs or the cats. You know, you've seen those videos where the cats, they put a costume on them and the cat just flops over. It's kind of funny, but it's not funny for the cat because they're not used to it. And for dogs, they communicate through their body language. So if we restrict them and they can't, you know, their fur can't go up, you know, to signal that they're excited or to tell the other dog something, we're restricting them. We shouldn't do that. And
the sounds they're making right now, what are they telling us with that?
Right now, I think because they're babies and puppies, they're like they want something. They're not getting what they want. I'm going to give them some treats right now. This is all new to them. So they just came down from Williams Lake. They came on a big, long transfer through our Drive for Lives. They're at this shelter. This is the first day. I think they've had collars on. So I took hers off because she was just scratching and wasn't comfortable. Mm-hmm. So it's, again, we have to remember, listen to them and remember everything for them is new for them.
So as they do mature and we see bad behavior come out, maybe they're chewing on things in the house, does that necessarily mean they're mad at us, or what are they trying to say?
No, we have to remember that. We sometimes think, oh, you did that on purpose, you know, you chewed my sofa chair or whatever because you were mad at me. When really, dogs, they need to chew. They like to chew. It's so important to them. So give them legal things to chew. So give them lots of toys to chew and let them do that, and try to ignore the other. But really, again, listen to them and know what they need to do when they do naturally, and provide that for them. Because we often say, oh, that's bad behavior, but that's, to us, it's bad behavior, but maybe to them, it's natural, like barking, right? Your dog's barking at somebody coming to the door all the time. We get upset with them and think, oh, that's just so wrong. But to the dog, it's what they do.
What about the eye contact? Because sometimes when I'm leaving, our dog's Smiley, he's just sitting there looking at me, gives me the head tilt. How do I know if he's upset, if he's okay? How do we read eye contact?
Well, again, it depends on the dog. It can be intimidating when you're just staring at the dog. It could be scary for the dog when you're just staring at them and not moving, or your movement's slow. With Smiley, I guess I would look at, what does he normally do when you're leaving? Does he sit and get all excited, or is he just sitting there like, okay, Riaz, where are you going? Take me with you.
He looks a little curious, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he is trying to say, take me with you. He's probably trying to figure out too, what are you doing? Are you grabbing your keys and your leash? That means we're going for a walk. Or you're not. That means I'm just staying here. Yeah. Right?
And for whether it's cats or dogs, if we're getting frustrated, rather than express that through yelling or anger, what's the focus on how we need to deal with the frustration?
Right. So if you never yell harsh physical or verbal corrections, you're just going to scare them. They're not going to learn. It's like me yelling at you. You're not going to learn. You're going to tell me to shut up and go away. What we want to do is say your dog jumps up at everybody when they meet them because they're happy to see them and they're jumping, and you don't like it. Let's teach them to do something you want that's better for them. So teach them to sit, to say hello. So teach them something else rather than trying to correct them or tell them no all the time.
Focus on what you want them to do.
Yeah, you're going to be more successful.
Okay, there's a great magazine on the website, spca.bc.ca. It has many more tips on what your animal is trying to say to you, the top 10 things, and maybe one of these two precious souls could be a part of your family. Kim, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll just hang out with some puppy love this morning, yeah?
I think this one wants to go home with you.
If Lori's watching, I'm in trouble. Look at that face. You get a close-up of that face? More to come. We'll talk weather next. Oh, yes.